Hi there and welcome to What's Next. My name is Johan Kutsia, and in this program we tell you all about the latest developments happening at Namibia Media Holdings. And this year, it's Expo time, baby. The Tourism Expo is back. From the 3rd to the 5th of November at the SKW in Windhoek, we are having a world-class expo with tourism operators, motor vehicle exhibitions, food stalls, the best food stalls, and the finest entertainment in the country. But stay tuned, after the break, we'll tell you more. All right, so true to this year's theme of supporting regional tourism, Namibia Media Holdings, in collaboration with our partners Namibia Breweries Limited and First National Bank, have put our money where our mouths are. We are giving away 250,000 Namibian dollars worth of travel vouchers to you, the attendees, and just the general public. So come through to the expo, redeem your ticket, and then you can, of course, go and visit any of these participating establishments. But in our next insert, Henny Geldenees, the marketing manager for NMH and Synergy Marketing, tells us more.
Welcome at SKW Sports Grounds, where we officially launch our voucher campaign that goes inside with our Tourism Expo of the 2022 year. I'm very excited to be welcomed by Tracy Eagles from FNB, and on my left here, Marco Wenk from NBL. My name is Henny Geldenees from Synergy, and welcome Tracy, welcome Marco. I'm joined here with Tracy from FNB. Tracy, thank you so much for taking up this initiative by the Expo team adjacent with Tourismus Namibia. It's a pleasure to welcome you as a stakeholder on board, where we're giving away the $1,000 vouchers to our participants entering the Expo during from the 3rd to the 5th of November 2022. And thank you for coming on board.
Thanks so much for the opportunity to be here. FNB is delighted to be part of this handover of the vouchers again. Holidays, guys, this is what it's all about. Traveling this beautiful country, looking out for all of the opportunities that we can have when people visit us too. So thanks for the opportunity. Everybody go out there, make sure you get a voucher, make sure that you get all the way across this country so that you can enjoy the best of what we have to offer. And FNB is delighted to be here. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Tracy. And with the theme this year being supporting regional tourism, it's always a pleasure to welcome NBL on board as well. Marco, thank you for this opportunity, for taking up this great initiative, and thank you for joining us again this year, the second time that you're also joining us with FNB on this voucher giveaway.
Yeah, thank you very much. Namibia Breweries is equally excited to be part of the Tourism Expo this year. This is, as you mentioned, this is our second year that we are a co-sponsor, and I think after COVID, it's in everybody's interest to get tourism back on track, and for us, the tourism sector is a significant stakeholder at Namibia Breweries, so we are more than happy to be part of this again this year and to support it. And I think equally pleased Namibia please support this expo and, you know, the voucher initiative. And I really hope it's going to be a great success. Thank you.
Thank you, Marco, and thank you, Tracy. And for all our viewers out there, watch the press. We'll be giving away $1,000 vouchers for you to come and join us at this year's expo. And more importantly, supporting regional tourism with all the accommodation and activity establishments that's going to be on this exhibition at this year's expo. And please welcome them. They're going to have some fantastic specials on offer, so which is valid only during the expo. So come and get your vouchers, participate at this year's expo, support the local accommodation establishments and touring operators so that we can make a success out of this. Thank you very much.
The world has become more interconnected and dependent on technology as ever before. Advances are growing at an exponential rate, with quantum computing, AI, machine learning, and data analytics allowing information systems to learn and adapt to the human needs, conditions, and conundrums. When Klaus Schwab, the founder and executive chairman of the World Economic Forum, introduced the term Fourth Industrial Revolution, one of his key statements was that this fusion of technologies that are blurring the lines between the physical, digital, and biological spheres would not only change the way we live, but they would change us. In this year's Telecommunications and Technology Focus magazine, we hone in on the hottest tech trends, most sought after skills in the evolving workplace, and how local companies, global giants, and gurus operating out of their garages are changing the world and manifesting whole new ones. Whether you're a business or a boffin, this Focus magazine seeks to be your go-to guide to latest developments in tech, telecoms, data, and skills development. Contact us today so that we can tell your story and take your product or service to servers around the world.
As I said earlier, the Tourism Expo has been around since 1999, and this being the 24th edition, we wanted to take a look back and see how it's changed, evolved, and grown over the years. So, in our next insert, you're going to be hearing from the people who were there from the beginning and who've picked it up and are taking it forward.
Right, so Glenda and I have been at this group, previously Democratic Media Holdings, now Namibia Media Holdings, apologies, for the longest possible time. And I don't want to say we're wallflowers or part of the furniture, because we really aren't. I think we have been an intrinsic part of business here. But what we're talking about today is actually the Tourism Expo, which is on our doors again. And Glenn and I were just reminiscing about what it was like in the late 90s when this all started. And I remember, Glenda, we were talking about it the other day, rocking up at the SKW with these little stands all over and how it was. What were your thoughts of back then?
In those years, I mean, SKW, just to put you into the geographical picture, is where Vernhill is now. Fruit and Veg were there first, and then Vernhill. But
Yes.
SKW was it. And it was the second tourism expo, because Riet van Skalkwyk, from Travel News, she did the tourism part, and Dominee Moore van die Suiderhof gemeente, NG Church, he did the wine stuff because he had a knowledge of wines. Anyway, then in those years, Republicain actually embraced the whole tourism thing, because there was quite a lot of negativity in those years. There was the Caprivi incident where tourists were killed, French tourists.
Yes, and which had also just occurred in that time.
And then they say, Windhoek, never mind that Zambezi is like quite a few.
Hundreds of kilometers
Exactly.
away.
So, in those years we started it, obviously just for a positive outtake. We've got a beautiful country, and to create a platform to showcase our wonderful tourism products.
And then the wine.
And of course, the wine. Yeah.
Linda, one of the other memories I really have of the expo, even when we moved on to the showgrounds later, is by day 3 of the expo, you would have no voice left at all because you were just wheeling and dealing.
Yes, I naturally do get verbal diarrhea, but it was very, very diarrhea-oriented. People don't read. They never read then either, so they would phone you with every single question that was actually printed and which was able to read.
And this was in the era of cell phones that had only just started.
Yes, and not everybody even had cell phones then. I mean, there's no WhatsApp, and I mean, SMSs I don't think had even begun.
No, for sure not. I think you had to have a special phone for that.
We were still on the fax machine.
Oh, it's unbelievable.
On the fax machine.
And yet you got everything organized and you got it done. And when people rocked up at the venue, everything was just ready to rumble.
My husband used to come into the office and we would sit there. He would use the one fax machine and I would use the other fax machine. And because emails weren't, electronic messaging wasn't around then either. So we used to fax. And then you would get halfway through and the paper would get stuck and you start again.
Or you'd run out of paper.
Or we'd run out of paper, yes.
Bygone eras. Now you can't believe how things have evolved. It's just unbelievable.
Absolutely.
Tell me about your lipstick. You were just telling me about it behind the
Well, in
scenes.
those years, before the team got larger, it was myself, me, and I. So 3 of us, me, myself, and I. But anyway, I ran out of lipstick, and I used to work every weekend and public holidays, and didn't have the opportunity to enhance the look. And there was one exhibitor, Yolandi, who had the jumping castles, and she now works for Fruit and Veg at Fernhill, so I bump into her now and again. Nevertheless, I also realized at a site visit that this girl actually sells lipstick. So I ordered 10 of the same color, and I wore this lipstick proudly, and Connie Pimenta, the one day said to me, a very well-known Namibian girl, said to me, Glenda, I do not mean to be personal, but that lipstick does not suit you. And then I said to her, make peace with it, I've got 10 of them. 10.
Well, I hope by this time you've finished using all of them.
Well, yes, that was before things developed in life. But yes, it was quite hilarious at the time, but I continued wearing the lipstick. Now I do the long life.
And
It's
that
not
colour
long
rocks.
life, but it sticks there for long. No marks.
So Jareen is my support system behind the scenes when I need things done in the sense of being in the field. Please help me with loading this, or please a caption because I'm not a journalist.
We don't have any bandwidth.
Yeah, we don't have any bandwidth, please help. But the behind the scenes is very important with any event. But talking about the Tourism Expo, that's even more important to have a good backup system. So it's not about always who's on the scenes, but it's behind the scenes as well, because it's a huge team that puts this Tourism Expo together. And through the years, obviously growing from strength to strength in the sense of visually sharing that information, which is important, not just prior, but during as well.
And of course, I mean, it's changed dramatically. I just think of every couple of years there's a new theme, and everything evolves around this new theme. And it's not just tourism, it's all these different kinds of facets. I mean, in the last couple of years, we've gone green.
Yes.
And that's been a major change.
Yeah, it's been a major change. We had 5 years of different themes relative to the green theme, being positive, recycling, reinventing. It feels like reinventing. This year we are looking at supporting regional tourism, which is important. Due to last year, especially now, due to last year not having the Tourism Expo and having other experiences relevant to what was happening in the world with COVID, and reinventing how to share information, and also with the tourism industry, it's very important that we as Namibia Media Holdings create this platform.
Okay. So it's, I mean, things change all the time, but it's not just that. It's, I mean, we're just with the Tourism Expo now, not the Namibia Tourism Expo anymore. Why the change?
I think it's important that tourism as a whole is shared in all the regions, and it's not just about Namibia, it's about cross-border as well, because we have so many visitors from cross-border, so it's about tourism, sharing that information, but also have our countries, the SADC countries, visit us and share that so that we can visit them as well. So tourism in a whole for Africa is very important. And with all the entities that we have and establishments that they have, the Tourism Expo gives them the platform to share that information, which is important, and people can go visit them. And what is awesome about this year is that we've got the voucher system. Do you know about the voucher system?
Yes, I do know about the voucher system because I want to give away or promote it as much as possible. So maybe you must just share with our viewers out there.
So the voucher system is thank you to First National Bank and Namibia Breweries for coming on board with the 250,000 input for the vouchers to happen. So we are giving away these vouchers. It's a $1,000 voucher so that you as visitor can go and book your establishment excuse me, during the Tourism Expo, your holiday in Namibia, and you get redeemed $1,000. So book 2 nights, maybe it's $2,000 and you get 1,000 redeemed, so it's $1,000. How awesome is that?
That is amazing because then you can do another activity. Michelle, what is your favorite place in the country for a holiday?
Henties Bay.
The Buddha Bahamas.
I love Henties Bay due to the fact that it's quiet. It's still not as modernized and busy, hustle bustle. You still can go to the shops without any shoes on. You can just walk across the street and go to the beach. It's really relaxing, and Henties Bay is really an icon place. It's really a place to go and visit. There's a lot of establishments there as well, and just being by the sea gives you that whole relaxing feeling.
For sure.
So what is important is with the Tourism Expo coming up, 3 to 5 November at the SKW Fields. If you haven't booked your stand yet, please book your stand. nte.nmh.com.na. Otherwise, call me. My number at the bottom, wherever it is. Or you can email us at events@nmh.com.na and come on board. But yeah, come enjoy and see what Namibia has to offer.
And then I have to do a bit of self-promotion as well. My bridal couple of the year is going to be announced there too, so I'm extremely excited about that. We've got 12 finalists this year because we had to catch up for 2 years, and it was extremely challenging to get to this point. So I say thank you to all my judges and all the support that I've had from the Synergy team because they've really been amazing. And we've got awesome prizes, and we're going to do audience giveaways. So please come and support us all. Visit the Tourism Expo after you're done, and then go and spend your vouchers.
Exactly. So see you there.
Since 1999, the Namibia Tourism Expo, which has now been rebranded to the Tourism Expo, has given hospitality and travel stakeholders from all over the world and the region the platform where they can market their products and services to a niche clientele. And I mean, it's just been a wonderful engagement over the years, and it's grown and evolved. And so too, this year, we've revamped the look and feel, we've reworked the program, so you can expect a real new experience when you attend this year's Tourism Expo. But to give us some insight around the new look and feel, here's an insert where we chat to the Synergy design team, and they tell us their thinking behind this refresh.
Hi, my name is Lashandra. I'm the creative manager at Synergy, and I'm here to chat to you today about the rebrand and brand refresh we did for the Tourism Expo. It's a very old brand, it's been around for many years, and so we just wanted to kind of see what it would look like and kind of have it speak to the tourism industry in 2022.
So we wanted the expo to have a new identity. However, we weren't really sure how to modernize it but keep its essence. And brand revitalization is a very good word because you don't want to take away, you just want to add.
What about your process?
My process. I kind of took all of the logos that had been designed prior to the 2022 version, and I took them apart to kind of see which elements work better with each other than what we'd already settled on. So we kind of made a compromise between the 2016 version and the 2020 logos. So they are the same, but they are different.
In terms of the design direction following the brand audit, we decided to stick with the typography of the previous logo, which is quite clean. It's a sans serif. It's very modern. It translates really well to digital platforms as well. And then we incorporated a very strong element of the original logo into the current new logo, which is the swirl. It's actually Namibia on its side. In terms of color, we just took the palette that we had, which was originally developed, and we kind of played around with it a bit because they were a little bit dated. Of course, when the logo started, we didn't have such a digital and technological influence on the brand, so we wanted those colors to really pop digitally. We wanted them to also print well, so we basically just gave them a bit of life and vibrancy.
My name is Horace Schultz. I am the social media specialist for Synergy Marketing. Okay, so when it came to the social media aspect of the Tourism Expo artwork, what we basically did was we sat with the team first just to discuss in terms of the calendar itself, how we would basically spread out all the information and as well as scheduling all the social media content for the duration of the campaign itself. So firstly, we sat down. The first week, this is what we would focus on. Second week, chose another topic to kind of focus on.
All right, I hope you found that as interesting as I did. I mean, woof, a lot of history right there. Cool, so that brings us to the end of our premiere episode for What's Next, the Tourism Expo edition. Please stay tuned over the next few weeks and watch the media as we'll be unpacking what you can expect in this year's Tourism Expo. My name is Johan Kutsia. We'll see you next time.